Carrie Underwood navigates the storm of harsh criticism with a response that is nothing short of masterful, turning the tide against the defamation campaign with grace and strength. Carrie Underwood has always stood as a shining symbol of elegance and strength. Her tale resonated with countless souls, tracing her journey from modest origins in Oklahoma to the dazzling heights of renown. Yet, what unfolded after her first performance was more extraordinary than anyone, including herself and her fans, could have ever envisioned. What was meant to be a night filled with joy and festivity, Carrie stood ready to weave a memorable experience as she was chosen to share a heartfelt rendition of the national anthem at the swearing-in ceremony of a newly elected official. Her voice ascended with the same brilliance as ever, and the performance was nothing short of flawless. The storm of criticism, however, was set in motion by her choice to take the stage. The next morning, the headlines blazed with intensity. The stages of well-known liberal TV hosts were utilized to dissect every detail of her presence, from the meaning behind her clothing to the supposed political implications of her chosen songs. At first, the remarks were harsh and biting, but soon they transformed into claims that Carrie was promoting divisive beliefs. The social media platform morphed into a fierce battleground where hashtags surged in support and opposition alike. This was uncharted ground for someone who had always strived to steer clear of political disputes. The conversation took on a life of its own, swirling and shifting beyond control. Yet, Carrie held her tongue, watching, waiting, and, as it would eventually unfold, getting ready amidst the chaos. For Carrie Underwood is not just a performer, she embodies the spirit of a warrior. And the nation would be captivated by the unfolding of her remarkable actions. Yet, this was just the opening chapter of a tale that would confront our established beliefs about the personal impact of public scrutiny, the responsibility of the media, and the essence of free expression. The performance night unfolded like a rare gem, a moment when time itself appeared to pause in reverence. The Capitol shone brightly behind Carrie Underwood, who stood poised on the grand stage in Washington, D.C., as cameras captured every moment. Her signature blonde hair flowed gracefully over her shoulders, framing her face as she slipped into a simple yet elegant white dress. The air was thick with expectation. As the first notes of the national anthem filled the air, her voice soared with an undeniable majesty that captivated all who listened. It was more than just a song. It was a call, a rallying cry that seemed to echo through the crowd gathered to witness a moment of significance. Yet, amidst the chorus of admiration for her performance, which many deemed heartfelt and genuine, there existed a contrasting viewpoint among others. Almost instantly, the waves of criticism began to roll in. Some whispered that her clothing was crafted with intention, too stark and serious, laden with meanings that spoke of politics. She found herself under the watchful eyes of others for the slight change she introduced to the arrangement, a change they interpreted as a quiet rebuke of the administration she was part of. One notable figure in the television realm described it as a carefully orchestrated strategy for public image, while another claimed she had sacrificed her values for the sake of attention. Yet, it was a video of the incident that spread far and wide, sparking a whirlwind of controversy. As the curtain fell, Carrie wrapped up her performance, sharing a brief handshake and a warm smile with the freshly elected official, a moment that sparkled with promise. That was enough for those who opposed her. They started to depict her as someone who was embracing polarizing policies, a tale that quickly took hold. The flood of responses on Twitter came pouring in within mere hours. A critic pondered the mystery of how she could have accomplished such a feat. This is a different Carrie than the one we once knew. Others cast doubt on her integrity, whispering that she had abandoned the cherished small-town values she often celebrated in her songs, all for the sake of political gain. Messages of encouragement flooded social media as her fans united in support, rallying behind her with unwavering devotion. Carrie, in their eyes, was simply fulfilling her role by singing a song, not conveying a message. Yet, in the days that unfolded after the incident, her silence gave rise to a whirlwind of speculation. The fervor grew with every passing news cycle, transforming the discourse from mere critique of her performance to a deeper examination of her very essence as a person. Yet, Carrie held onto her poise with unwavering grace. With a quiet resolve, she took in every jab and headline, waiting for the perfect moment to make her move. The repercussions were ceaseless. The performance of Carrie Underwood became a captivating tale, dissected and discussed across every news channel, podcast, and social media platform. The hosts of the liberal television programs at the heart of the controversy swiftly intensified their critiques. The tale that unfolded suggested Carrie's actions transcended mere performance. They emerged as a bold political declaration, each segment resonating with a sharper, more intimate, and deliberate essence. A certain program, celebrated for its bold insights, consistently showcased moments of irradiating joy in the presence of the newly elected official. "Is this the face of a neutral creator?" the host asked, their tone dripping with contempt. Another host took aim at her lyrics, reimagining an old song of hers to imply that she had long held certain political beliefs. Some voices began to cast doubt on her deeply cherished beliefs. As the allegations grew more and more absurd, the audience was far from indifferent. Her supporters rallied around her genuine spirit, while detractors urged others to shun her music, turning online forums and comment sections into fierce arenas of debate. The deeply polarized sentiments of the public were vividly illustrated by the concurrent rise of hashtags like #CarrieUnderwoodExposed and #CarrieStandStrong. The liberal presenters continued their commentary, undeterred by the surrounding clamor. They enlisted the insights of political commentators, body language analysts, and experts to meticulously examine every frame of her performance. Their broadcasts danced on the edge of criticism and outright defamation, weaving a narrative that suggested Carrie's motivations were not only self-serving, but also insidious. For days on end, Carrie held her tongue, wrapped in a shroud of silence. Some individuals viewed this as a vivid expression of regret. Her poise in the face of adversity was a tale for all to witness. Yet, unbeknownst to others, Carrie and her team were meticulously capturing every remark, allegation, and unfounded assertion. And when she finally found her voice, it was not through a press conference or a tweet. A defamation lawsuit sent ripples through the entertainment industry. When Carrie Underwood finally chose to speak, her words flowed with intention and clarity. Her legal team took a bold step, launching a defamation lawsuit against the network behind the liberal TV program, specifically calling out the prominent hosts by name. Their remarks were said to have crossed the line from critique into blatant untruths, causing both emotional and professional harm and casting a shadow over her reputation, as outlined in the lawsuit. The legal document unfolded with intricate details, each line carrying a weight that was undeniably severe. It illustrated the unfounded nature and slanderous implications of the presenter's ongoing suggestions about her alleged political ties. It highlighted their deliberate twisting of the official's greeting and their reliance on embellished tales to boost viewership. Carrie's team pinpointed particular moments where the presenters challenged her personal beliefs and faith, alleging that they sought to tarnish her character instead of assessing her performance. The details of the lawsuit spread rapidly, capturing attention everywhere. The very networks that once cast doubt upon her now hurried to narrate the unfolding tale, some even shifting their language as they delved into the legal nuances at play. In that instant, the air was thick with a sense of triumph for those who stood by Carrie. At last, a brave soul took to social media, proclaiming her stand for self-advocacy and making it clear that undermining others will not go unchallenged. Yet, there were those who stood against her. Critics claimed that the lawsuit represented an attack on free expression, with some suggesting that Carrie struggled to handle public criticism. The liberal hosts, embroiled in the legal battle, stood firm in their claim that their commentary was protected by the First Amendment. The lawsuit was met with mockery by a host on air, who labeled it a frantic effort to stifle the truth. Yet, Carrie held firm in her position. In a brief yet impactful public statement, she conveyed that the lawsuit was not aimed at stifling freedom of expression, but rather at ensuring accountability for those who crossed ethical lines. She expressed that words carry a weight of responsibility, a reflection of their inherent power. The realm of public sentiment found itself deeply split as the narrative unfolded. The question of whether Carrie's action represented a bold stand for accountability or set a daunting precedent for media freedom sparked lively discussions among news anchors and commentators across the political spectrum. As the discussion swirled beyond the courtroom doors, The scene was being set for a legal clash that promised to reveal far more than anyone could have foreseen. The trial began in a bustling courtroom filled with journalists, eager fans, and curious onlookers. As Carrie Underwood stepped in, the atmosphere thickened with expectation. Her demeanor was graceful, yet unmistakably strong. She carried herself with the same unwavering confidence that had catapulted her into the spotlight, even though this was an unfamiliar setting for her performance. The legal dispute unfolded with twists and turns, revealing complexities at every corner. At the outset, Carrie's legal team unveiled captivating evidence by showcasing snippets from the television segments at the heart of the matter. The remarks from the liberal hosts were not merely scathing critiques. They were filled with subtle hints that painted Carrie as a political player and a hypocrite. With each new recording, the plot thickened, revealing a tale where the hosts wove a narrative that blurred the lines between insightful commentary and ruthless character assassination. The defense countered by claiming that their remarks were protected under the First Amendment. They claimed that their remarks were merely reflections of public actions, not definitive statements of fact. An attorney among them proclaimed that we possess the right to voice our critiques of public figures. Carrie Underwood stands among the greats, yet her team was well prepared for the journey ahead. Emails from the show's producers were unveiled, emerging during the discovery process. These emails revealed conversations about shaping the story to enhance viewership. The messages conveyed directives to depict Carrie's performance as laden with political tension, regardless of her true intentions. As these revelations unfolded, the courtroom came alive with a flurry of activity, and the whispers of the audience filled the air. Then, it was time for Carrie to share her tale. With a quiet resolve, she shared the heavy burden of being maligned by the media. She expressed, "I have devoted my whole career to the mission of bringing people together through music. Yet, these baseless accusations have sought to portray me in a way that is untrue, inflicting damage not just on me, but also on my family." She painted a vivid picture of her children, bewildered and struggling to understand the sight of their mother facing such an assault on television, her voice trembling with emotion. The climax unfolded as Carrie's attorney unveiled the last piece of evidence, a secretly recorded dialogue between two of the show's producers. One of the producers on the recording revealed that the hosts had enhanced their claims to amplify the controversy within the segments. The producer candidly remarked that stirring up controversy can be quite lucrative. As the courtroom burst into chaos, the judge called for order with a commanding presence. The defense sought to downplay the severity of the damage, yet it was clear that the tide had turned. The cunning strategies revealed throughout the trial seemed to capture the attention of a public that had been so deeply divided. Yet, the quest for answers continued unabated. Will the jury see this as a clear-cut case of defamation, or will they rally behind the host's claims of free speech? The tension was palpable, and the moment of truth was just around the corner. The world beyond seemed just as divided as the gripping tale of the courtroom unfolded. Each word, each revelation, and every testimony was examined closely by news outlets across the political landscape. In the vibrant arena of social media, passionate discussions unfolded around the ethics of media criticism, the duties of public figures, and the cherished principle of freedom of expression. Supporters of Carrie Underwood flooded social media platforms like Twitter and Instagram with messages of encouragement, using hashtags like #StandWithCarrie and Truth Matters. A devoted follower shared that this matter extends beyond just her. It relates to how we allow the media to portray people. She is passionately championing a cause of great importance. On the other hand, Carrie's critics charged her with trying to silence the media and curtail free expression. Leading voices in the field argued that this case set a troubling standard for the future. One commentator posed a thought-provoking question: where does it end? If public figures are allowed to pursue lawsuits for harsh criticism, this might very well hinder the freedom of the press. Yet, the spotlight had shifted away from Carrie. The revealed emails and recorded conversation sparked a wider conversation about the ethics of sensationalism in the media. The lines separating targeted defamation from genuine commentary sparked a lively debate among journalists. The narrative was enriched by the personal tales of public figures who found themselves misrepresented. The typical American found themselves amidst the aroma of coffee shops and the buzz of offices. There were those who felt a deep understanding for Carrie, recognizing the weight of the relentless gaze of public judgment upon her. There are those who have voiced apprehension about the possible repercussions of mandating that media outlets disclose their perspectives. The case enthralled the nation, weaving a tale rich in drama while shedding light on the shifting landscapes of media, truth, and accountability. Carrie held her poise and focus during her courtroom appearances, undeterred by the surrounding clamor. She chose to step back from the public back and forth, letting the facts unfold their own narrative. The trial unfolded with an air of mystery, her silence casting a shadow of uncertainty over the anticipated conclusion. The trial was nearing its climax, and the attention shifted back to the courtroom as the final arguments drew near. The outcome of this remarkable clash was on the brink of revelation. As the jury stepped back into the room, a hush fell over the courtroom, thick with anticipation. The gravity of the moment hung in the air, palpable in each carefully chosen word as the foreperson rose to speak. The decision is made in favor of Carrie Underwood, the one seeking justice. The words resonated like the tremors of a great upheaval. The heavy burden that Carrie carried was subtly betrayed by the slight lift of her shoulders, even as her face held a calm and steady expression. The choice unfolded beautifully, leading to a triumphant outcome. The jury reached a verdict, determining that the presenters and their network had, without a doubt, breached the law by defaming Carrie, showing a reckless disregard for the truth. A substantial sum of money was granted in damages, serving not just as recompense, but also as a powerful message about the standards of media conduct and the importance of accountability. The crowd's reaction was swift and exuberant. The announcement was met with cheers from Carrie's supporters, who hailed it as a triumph for honesty and justice. One admirer expressed that the aim of this is not to stifle dissent. It concerns the creation of a line where critique shifts into harmful distortions. Many saw it as a vital jolt for sensationalist media, praising Carrie for standing up not just for herself, but for everyone wrongfully caught in the web of headlines. On the other hand, critics decried the decision as a stifling strike against the essence of free expression. Concerns have been voiced in opinion pieces about the potential ramifications for journalists, especially those who offer insights on public figures. Amidst the unfolding drama, some of the accused presenters stood their ground, vowing to appeal the decisions against them. Yet, the shadows of doubt had already cast a significant pall over their once esteemed reputations. For Carrie, the victory carried a bittersweet essence. With heartfelt emotion, she conveyed her deep appreciation to her steadfast supporters in a stirring statement made outside the courthouse. With a calm yet poignant tone, she declared, "This was never intended to silence anyone," her voice unwavering, even as the depth of her feelings shone through her eyes. It was a tale woven around the essence of truth. Words carry weight and can lead to real consequences. Let this be a gentle nudge to all those who weave narratives in the media realm, encouraging thoughtful choices in their storytelling journey. She shared the profound effects of the prosecution on both her family and herself. She recognized that there were times when she longed to escape the turmoil and let the storm pass. Yet, she pressed on, driven by the belief that the struggle was larger than her own existence. She expressed that this was not merely about restoring my reputation. It was meant to echo a truth we all must hold dear. Accountability is vital, no matter the sway of the platform. The case cast a long shadow over the months that came after. Media organizations took a moment to reflect on their editorial practices, treading carefully around the boundaries they now approached with caution. The trial unfolded as a poignant reminder of the human stories woven into the fabric of the headlines, inviting both fans and viewers to engage in a deeper, more thoughtful dialogue about ethics and empathy. Though Carrie's struggle was fraught with challenges, it etched a lasting mark on all who witnessed it. One can indeed bring about remarkable transformation by standing up for oneself, even amidst unyielding criticism. Carrie Underwood's journey unfolded as more than just a quest for legal triumph. It became a powerful narrative of reclaiming truth and dignity in a world that often trades these virtues for the allure of controversy. Her tale echoes the truth that, even amidst the relentless gaze of the public eye, these individuals remain human, deserving of both respect and justice. This case reveals a deeper truth that resonates with each and every one of us. Words hold immense power. The expressions we share, be it on the grand stage of national television, in the fleeting moments of a tweet, or within the intimacy of a private dialogue, carry weight and meaning. They possess the power to uplift or diminish a person, sometimes leading to unforeseen consequences. Carrie's journey urges us to reflect deeply on how we engage with one another, especially in a time where sharing thoughts comes so easily, often without a thought for the impact they may have. It beckons us to take accountability for the stories we create and those we embrace through the media. As we reflect on Carrie's strength, let us remember the importance of standing up for what is right, even when the challenges seem overwhelming. Remaining true to oneself is a journey of great value, whether it means protecting one's honor, championing one's beliefs, or seeking fairness. Furthermore, if her tale struck a chord with you, inspired you, or shifted your viewpoint, you might feel inclined to join the conversation. Joining our channel will immerse you in compelling tales that question the norm, spark thoughtful conversations, and highlight the importance of authenticity. Let us carry on with this dialogue. Together, we hold the power to create transformation. In the end, the essence of Carrie's fate transcends her own choices. It lies in the wisdom we glean from her journey.